Greetings, friends. Reformed Stoic here, back with another video. Figured I'd try to get something out there. Almost getting to that point where I'm feeling rusty, like it's been a little bit too long since I've made a video. I was mowing over this in my head today while I was shadow boxing, got my dragon energy rocking. I've been thinking about dragons lately. Blue dragons. Something about the blue dragon that gives me power. Listening to black metal, thinking about the blue dragon, it's something. I'm working on it. We'll discuss that more later. But I was thinking about today is mental illness is a curse. What was really in my mind was autism. I was just thinking about social situations for men specifically. This advice probably wouldn't hurt for women, but ultimately in 2026, men are the ones who have to build something. Men are the ones who need to get thrown to the wolves and climb up the mountain and survive. That's at the beginning of the Tekken movie. I'd be interested to see that again. His dad holds him over a cliff and says that, I think it was mountain lions. Mountain lions throw their children over the cliff and only raise the ones strong enough to climb back to the top. He throws his son off of the cliff, and at the end of the movie, he fights his dad. That's what men do. That's what men do. So I am offering some alternative advice here. I believe that, well, I'm not going to sit here and speak to my credentials. That's cringe. Let's just get into it. Mental illness is a curse. Autism is a curse. And any of you men out there who feel like you struggle socially and you've considered that you're neurodivergent, this is something that's being talked about a lot lately, like it's a death sentence to be neurodivergent. I'm much less worried about that. I'm more of a looks guy. I believe that the struggles in my life are because I am 5'8", and then because I went bald early. I believe that's where my struggle comes from. I've gone back and forth and said, I was also possibly neurodivergent, or part of it was my personality as well. And I'm to a point now at 35 where it's like, nope, it's just because of the way I look. But I think I'm looking pretty good lately. And I just say that because when it comes to how you act in the world, when it comes to how you carry yourself as a man, you cannot question it. You make a decision, and either somebody's going to challenge that decision or not. And it's as simple as that. So what happens, why I think that mental illness is a curse, you could say psychology is a curse, but particularly something like autism, which is so broad, which is why they say there's a spectrum, something somewhat undefinable. It's like Varg. If we can channel Varg for a minute, I've been listening to black metal. Varg says that the autistic man is like the untamed human. You look at Clavicular. Clavicular says that he's neurodivergent and he looks maxed. And I mean, is he struggling socially? It's negligible. People could try to say, oh well, he could do better, but he's doing better than all of us. Let's just be real. So you as a man, regardless of your diagnosis or what you think about yourself, you've developed this identity in your head that you're neurodivergent, and it's a curse thinking that way. It makes you think that you are not in control of what you say or how you act. And I wanted to set up a series of truths in this video that point to this, that this world feeds off of fear and suffering and broken down men. Another truth is that you don't see people like Ted Bundy Or what's the guy that ate people? Totally, just 90% of the time I'd remember this guy's name. I struggle with names in videos. It's been a long recurring thing. The guy who ate people, Albert Fish, was a different serial killer. He was a really messed up one. They're all messed up. But these guys were never people who seeked out therapy, who suck. Why do I want to say suck therapy? They seeked out therapy. These were never people who went to therapy. Psychopaths don't go to therapy. Narcissists don't go to therapy. Dark triads don't go to therapy. What it ends up being in psychology is it's not whether or not you're mentally healthy, because a lot of mentally unhealthy narcissists and psychopaths dominate in the world and are very successful. And successful people tend to not go to therapy. What happens is that it's about your ability to thrive. And if you are not thriving in society, that is the working definition of mental illness when they'll be looking to diagnose you. You aren't thriving in society, therefore there's something wrong with you. Because there can't be anything wrong with society. You have to be the problem. Here, take these pills, and then you'll do better. That's the blueprint, supposedly. Well, so that's just laying out a couple of truths. I really do feel like I'm sloppy making videos. My mind is in a lot of different places right now, but this is important knowledge. What it comes down to, guys, the world feeds on the broken. The world is like a factory that creates broken men, and they end up at the footsteps of big pharma and psychology, and they cast a spell on you when they tell you this is what you are. A dog mom who rode the carousel through university and got her McDonald's drive-through degree declares what you are. She defines you. If you are going to go to therapy, please don't get a woman. Please get a man. If you must go to therapy, get a man, not a woman. Women don't understand men. But to let this person define you, to tell you what you are. Here's what you do in social situations, guys. You make a decision of what you're going to say. You don't overthink it, and it is what it is. This underlying structure that you have, like, I'm neurodivergent, I can't say anything right, I can't do anything right. Oh, normies are judging me, that's because I'm neurodivergent, and that's because I'm not doing anything right. It's a curse. It's a completely jumbled way of thinking. One of the theories I have about autism is that it has to do with, like, a combination of trauma and bad parenting. I feel like there's people that I've known in my personal life who are autistic, and I've just kind of observed them over their lives, and their parents are like lunatic, far lefty. Mom's a feminist, dad's a simp, broken homes. You need to just act in the world. And if you can't act in the world, you're a fucking mess. And it's like, yeah, I'm a mess, I know, I'm neurodivergent. It's like, no, you're just a fucking mess. You don't need the pills. You don't need somebody to define you as anything. Just eat healthy, lift weights, work out, and act in the world. When you see a group of people that you want to approach, and by the way, it's totally feasible to just not approach strange groups of people in social settings. You know, acting in the world could be like, I don't want to socialize for the most part. That's fine. You'll have to live with that, but there's no rule, man. It's acting in the world. And in 2026, when there's so many fucking normies, it's like, I don't know, it's like this knowledge seems like it's gold, or it's almost forgotten, or it's unknown, or it's esoteric secret wisdom. Like, you just say what you say, and then if it's like, oh, the group of normies is judging me, it's like, well, I could break all of their fucking jaws. So who cares what they say? That's the way that I look at it. if I say something and then somebody gives me that normie, like that kind of like, what? Why are you saying that? I'd just be like, you heard what I said. I said what I said. It's like, okay, dude. Okay, dude. Bam, 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 bam. No. No, not that. Not that. I'm getting in really fucking good shape over here, dude. You guys have no idea, dude. I think it's starting to show, bro. I'm not taking anything. I have crazy work ethic in the gym, dude. It's gonna get to a point where it's gonna be undeniable. I swear. I'm turning heads, dude. I'm seeing these guys at the gym who are clearly on steroids, and they know I got something that they don't, bro, and it bothers them. Because it's like, I don't get it. I took the steroids. Like, I'm supposed to be the alpha dog. I'm supposed to be the big man. It's like, yeah, you are, bro. And, you know, it's not guaranteed that I could take these guys. When somebody outweighs you by 50 pounds or 20, 30 pounds, and they're solid, jacked steroid muscle, you know, they got a chance to do some damage, but they know that I got something that they don't have, bro. They're missing out on the hard work. A lot of people have the wrong mentality. And that's relevant to this video, bro, because it's just like when you're a real man, when you have just done the inner work, when you've done the balance, it's like, oh, you know, I'm going to say things wrong because I'm neurodivergent. You're going to say whatever the fuck you want to say, dude. If all you do is like play World of Warcraft and play RPG strategy games and whatever, I mean, you can own it. You can say whatever the fuck you want. You can go to a crowd of people and be like, yeah, I like to play Ogre Battle March of the Black Queen for Super Nintendo. I think that's the best real-time strategy game of all time. And say it with like, say it with a blank face. And if somebody tries to give you problems, life is kind of like prison, bro. You know, like what do they tell you to do in prison? Because this is like a prison planet, you know, the soul trap. You can take it to different levels. It's like school is like prison, life is like prison, workplace is like prison, your material body is like a prison for your soul, the entire fucking creation is the prison for light. It's like fucking prison, dude. And what do people do in prison? If somebody fucks with you, it's like, I can't let people see that I'm weak. I have to fucking dominate this guy in front of everybody. It's kind of what life is, bro. It's kind of just what life is. Now, unfortunately, what happens is you'll actually end up in real prison if you act too hastily. So you want to be subtle about it. You don't want to jump to the violence. You don't want to jump to the physical confrontation. But there's a way that you kind of just stand on your business. There's a way that you kind of just stand on your ground. It's really hard to describe is what it's coming down to. I mean, part of it is like I'm rusty making videos, but a part of it is just like, I don't know, you either are or you aren't. But I can tell you that I was timid in school. I considered that maybe I had some neurodivergent stuff going on, but I've done the inner work. And more importantly, I've done the soul searching and looking over my past and taking the wisdom and insight that I have now and looking over my life. And it's like, no, I had a fucked up childhood. I had a fucked up environment. I didn't have a good upbringing or good parenting. I was neglected. And because of all of that, I didn't develop the proper skills. For somebody to tell me that I'm genetically, mentally ill and give me fucking pills for it is like the final betrayal. That's what it amounts to, bro. You've been betrayed and failed your entire life. And then they're going to try to fucking tell you it's all your fault and give you a pill. And like that pill that they give you is the blue pill. The psychology pills is the fucking blue pill. Taking that pill is like, I'm not good enough for society and everything's my fault. Gulp, 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 gulp. Make me better for society. What those pills do is make you fucking drool over your grill at McDonald's thinking, I love working at McDonald's. Everything's fine. No, you're not happy because your life fucking sucks. That's depression. You're socially anxious because you're surrounded by fucked up people, bro. Step one is to get away from everybody. I isolated for a very, very, very long time. People know that about me. A lot of you guys, you just need to get away from people. I've talked about the process of cutting out toxic people. Watch Sam Hyde's video, Cutting Out Toxic People. What I say is like, first, you don't respond to 1 out of every 5 texts. Then you don't respond. Then you only respond to 3 out of 5 texts. Say no every other time, then say no every other time. You just slowly start backing out. Just slowly start backing out. And there's a really good chance they'll notice eventually, but by that time, you've already like built up boundaries. If you try to just, nope, I'm not, like when you're surrounded by toxic people and you already have had shitty boundaries and you immediately try to establish boundaries, there's going to be a problem. Because you're food for shitty people. You're food for like the shittiest kind of people that are. Now the shittiest kind of people that are fucking everywhere, because I think that this is some sort of Kali Yuga soul trap. I mean, you don't need to overthink it. What I said earlier is like, the world feeds on suffering. Broken, dysfunctional men are food. You're not inherently dysfunctional. You were failed. The public school failed you. Your parents failed you. Everybody around you failed you, and you're not fucking Giga Chad. You weren't fucking born like, oh, like shiny and fucking amazing to where people don't fuck with you because you're genetics. That's the life that I fucking lived, bro. And I've already like had some rants about the neurodivergent thing, but it's really disturbing to me because I think I already made the video talking about like there's the chosen ones and then there's neurodivergent. And they take this entire chosen ones narrative and then like kind of tell the same story, but just saying when you're neurodivergent, everybody turns against you. And it's like blaming the entire fucking thing on yourself. And it's like, bro, can you act in the world? Okay, are you going to go to a social setting where you're going to be talking to big groups of people? I pretty much never fucking do that. And I'm to a point where, for the most part, I don't want to do that. When I do that, it's when I'm going to go fucking compete at Guitar Center Drum Off because I'm the top 400 drummers in the country. That's the way it's going to fucking be. It's going to be like when I'm performing my rap or something, or like I'm doing something big. When you have ambition and you do big fucking things, you got big skills, then you might be socializing in regards to that, but just being like, oh, I need to like go to a club by myself because that's what people do apparently. You might have a bad time, bro. And being like, oh, it's because I'm neurodivergent. Clavicular is neurodivergent. Bro, Clavicular has like, you can say what you want about his personality, but he has really proven something about the world. He has really like staked his claim. And so when people are like, oh, people don't like you because you're neurodivergent, Clavicular. Clavicular's razor, bro. Ultimately, it's been refuted that people don't like you because you're autistic because of Clavicular. Okay? There's exceptions to the rule, blah, 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 blah. Ultimately, looks is law. Ultimately, what's really going to decide whether or not you thrive with normies is looking really good. Now, if you're completely fucked in the head, you can totally sabotage it. You can absolutely sabotage it, man. I remember seeing this guy in the Alaska airport, in the Anchorage airport. This dude was a fucking heavyweight. He was like 6'4", 250 pounds, just big, fucking huge white guy. And he's wearing like Walmart clothes, and he's looking around like, hi, I mean, not even like he's like afraid of his own shadow, dude. Like he was fucking afraid of everybody, and he just had lame clothes on. And I looked at this guy, and I'm like, this guy's a fucking lame. This guy's a fucking lame. He's the dude that like the boomer advice actually applies to. Like, put this guy in a fucking polo, take a shower. Like, he literally needed to take a shower and get a haircut and shave. And I know, and I don't want to be the channel that says that, but I'm just saying, this guy was Giga Chad. This guy was fucking huge, and he's wearing like Walmart gloves, and he just looked like a fucking mess, dude. And it's like, oh, well, he's probably autistic. I don't care what you are. Put on a fucking polo and put on some American Eagle jeans and like wear a cocky smile. There's no fucking thing in your brain that's stopping you from doing that. And it's like, well, I feel terrified inside. It's like, okay, I did it. Like, I'd love to teach Giga Chads who are fucked in the head how to thrive socially, because I feel like it would be fucking easy. Okay? Because really, looks is law. That's what clavicular has basically proven. So, well, you get to this place where it's like, okay, I'm wearing the polo, I'm wearing the American Eagle jeans, and I'm not even an ugly guy, but I feel terrified. That's what it is. The world feeds on suffering. The world feeds on broken men. You've been buck broken. You were trained to be food. The world needs food, okay? You got to imagine, and it's like, yeah, imagine, but it's probably fucking real. Imagine that there's entities all over this planet, and sometimes they possess people, and they possess world leaders. I mean, I made a video about the demonic matrix like a year ago now, where I covered this. There are soul-sucking, fear-sucking, suffering, eating entities everywhere. And they possess people, and they control social dynamics and social norms. And you have been established as food. These things are like, oh yeah, I know Jeff. He's fucking food. He's 25 years old. He's been food for 25 years. You need to fucking... Like, I invited the dragon energy back into my life a couple of weeks ago. And some crazy shit happened. Things actually fucking happened. I mean, sorry to, like, get into some occult shit here, but... And it's like, what is the dragon energy? Like, it's a long story, dude. All I can say is blue dragon, Stratus. If you want, you can, at night, when you're doing your prayers that you hopefully do, and your weird schizo spiritual shit that you probably don't do, even if you don't do that, just light a candle, put your hands over your head, do a little bit of qigong, because, you know, qigong, feng shui, Eastern, Taoism, they're all about dragons. They're all about dragons. The big, like, Chinese, Japanese, Eastern, Oriental dragon symbolism. If you want, you can try this. This is what I did a couple of weeks ago. I encountered a dragon named Stratus, like, a long time ago, way back in 2016, when weird shit was happening in my life. You can light a candle, hold your hands over your head after doing some Tai Chi, Qigong. Hold your hands over your head and say, I invite the dragon energy into my life. Stratus, come into my life. You can try it and let me know what happens. If you want to try that, let me know what happens. I know people might be like, whoa, that sounds like some weird occult shit, and I thought you were a Christian and I'm a Christian. If you want to do it, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't fucking do it. I did it, and it created change in my life that at first was uncomfortable, but as time goes on, I'm glad that it happened. And I did a tarot card reading, which is also occult shit. You can kind of see the direction that things are going for me right now. Pray for me, boyos. It's whatever. I have my explanations about it, but that's for a different video. Leave a comment if anybody gives a shit to see that video. Would love some feedback. I'd love to feel like my channel's not dying. I did a tarot card reading that was I like to do the past, present, future, 3 tarot card reading. And the present card was justice. So a combination of inviting the dragon energy into my life and the justice card. It's been very interesting. And in my newest song, Wartime, in that like rap before the beat drops, the last thing I say, this is justice. Wartime, baby. Let's get it. And I didn't really think about that when I said that. I don't think so. I don't really remember, because there's also the line about the luck dragon, which is from Neverending Story, by the way. Might have found a luck dragon, but the story's never over. Luck dragon, Neverending Story. I know, I'm kind of a genius. I think I made a point to put the dragon energy into the song, but I think I invited the dragon energy into my life before I did the tarot card reading. But anyway, I listened to that song, and it creeped me out when I heard, this is justice. So if I put that in there deliberately because of the Justice Tarot card, I forgot, and it freaked me out. But, so, okay, ranting about the dragon energy, it's like, when you've been food for 25 years, you're this guy, like, you're not fucking ugly, you're not, like, a sub 5, but you're fucked in the head, and you tell yourself that you're neurodivergent, and I just can't do it. I just can't, like, talk to a girl. I'm going to fucking explode. I have to blow it. It's because I'm neurodivergent, and that's why people are shitty to me. And it kind of reminds me of, like, the Brent Smith lifestyle. He was basically about the law of attraction, and he said, write a story about your life the way that you want it to be. And for me, it's like, I'm Reformed Stoic. Every time I go outside, I got a big smile on my face, and I love my life. Every room I walk into, girls are like, wow, look at that guy. I want to rub some oil on his shiny bald head and make it nice and shiny. And then he can give me a massage and then prone bone me afterwards. The story is not supposed to be exactly like that, but you create a story about your life, how you want it to be. It's like, well, I'm too shy to approach women. When I walk into rooms, women make it easy for me. Women walk right up to me and approach me. You could write that into your story. And you tell it to yourself every day, and you believe it. Now, I get it. That's kind of like, that's kind of lame. That shit doesn't really work. It's a tool. It's better than nothing. You know, you should try to change your mindset like that. But rather than like trying to force the positive mindset, it's what I'm saying for here is you got to get rid of the negative mindset because you have a story. My name is Bucky, and I'm neurodivergent. And every time I walk into a room, I fucking blow it with everybody because I'm fucked in the head, because I'm neurodivergent, and I need pills to even function, but then I'm still neurodivergent, and then my dick doesn't work, and then I get fat because I'm on pills. That's your story right now, okay? So I get it when it's like, oh, using the law of attraction and having the story about how girls approach me, that's stupid, Stoic. You've reverted to like 20 years ago to like lame, cringe, self-help shit. You gotta meet me halfway, dude. The story that you have right now is like, I'm neurodivergent. Every time I talk to anybody, they make weird faces at me and they treat me like dog shit because that's what neurotypical people do to neurodivergent people. That's your fucking story. And a psychologist might have given you that story. And it's a fucking curse. Okay? So like a lot of my videos in the past, it took a really fucking weird, almost 30-minute rant to get to the point. But it's a really solid point, dude. Like your inner fucking machinations in your mind are fucking stupid. Okay? So there's people out there, I've seen it. It's like, oh, I'm a good-looking guy, but I'm neurodivergent. People don't like me. Can you act in the world? Like, when you get dressed, what do you want to wear? Oh, I have to wear a little propeller hat and shitty, like, World of Warcraft shirts that don't fit because I'm just neurodivergent. It's like, I know you're smart. Neurodivergent people tend to be high IQ. Buy some nice clothes. Put them on. Do you really want to go to a bar? Okay? Because not fitting in at a bar doesn't necessarily mean you're neurodivergent. It probably just means, like, you're just not the kind of person who fits in at a fucking bar. It's not really that big of a deal, dude. Yeah, guys at bars who are borderline alcoholics, and I've known a bunch of them, and they shit blood, and they're dying, and they ruin people's lives, and sometimes they get exposed for horrible things and go to prison. Yeah, those people have sex with a lot of particular kinds of women that I don't want to, like, say something that gets me in trouble about. It's not really that wonderful to hang out at bars and take women home from bars. It's not really that wonderful to go to clubs and pull women from clubs. Cope! I mean, if you want to figure it out, figure it the fuck out. But I really don't like the neurodivergent talk, dude. I really don't like it. And it's just like, can you act? You're going to talk to a group. Hey, how's it going, guys? Hey, how's it going, guys? What kind of a fucking thing is that to say? Hey, how's it going, guys? You're worried somebody's going to do that to you. And I'm not going to lie. People have done that shit to me. Walk up to a group of people. Hey, guys, how's it going? Hey, guys, how's it going? Look at me, everybody. Oh, get the fuck out of here, loser. That's what you think is going to happen, right? I've literally had that happen to me. And I'm to a point where if that happened to me now, I would probably try to play it cool. But when somebody treats you like that, they've made a decision in their head that you're food, that you're a victim. And there's these little things, and this is the kind of shit that drives guys insane, okay? You looked nervous when you were approaching the group. Your voice croaked when you talked to the group. You gave off some sort of a weak energy, but let's be fucking real in 2026. A lot of the times, it's you're fucking 5'8" and you're fucking bald. It's that your teeth aren't perfect. It's that you're not Chad. That's the reality. That's what all the data points to. And I'm just to a point where if a guy was dead set on me being food, I'm almost to a point where I've been kind of hoping that that would happen. Let's just leave it at that. I've been kind of hoping. I've been kind of waiting to make an example of somebody. But what happens is that in my life experience, it was fine when people were aggressive with me when I was in high school. But as soon as I even hint about being aggressive, like in Kodiak, everybody's like, he's dangerous. He said he was going to throw a punch at people. He said he was going to go punch people in the town square. This is literally what like fucking fishermen in Kodiak were saying about me. They're literally acting. He said he was going to hit somebody. Bro, people said that shit to me every single day in high school. So what happens is that it's fine when people are aggressive to you, but as soon as you're a fucking man, as an adult, then everybody is like a big scaredy fucking pussy pants is what it amounts to, bro. So they were tough when we were little kids, and then when we're adults, they're all a fucking bunch of scaredy pussy pants, little fucking... I'm telling you, dude, these fishermen are painting each other's nails on boats and gossiping. Oh my gosh, did you hear what they said about Jake on Facebook? Wee! You guys want to suck each other's dicks? Like, that's kind of my impression of Kodiak fishermen at this point, guys. But hey, nobody fucking pressed me once in the whole 3 years I was there, man, because you knew you were gonna fuck. Anyway, I'm doing fine. So what did we learn, guys? I want to put some like goofy, like corporate music here. Bam, 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 bam. So what did we learn today, guys? I don't know if we learned anything in this one, guys. Just fucking act in the world. It's been hard for me to finish that point. That was the example. It's like, hey guys, how's it going? Hey guys, how's it going? There's nothing wrong with saying, hey guys, how's it going? If somebody tries to act like you're an idiot for saying that, it's actually gaslighting. It's actually gaslighting. This is what normies do. This is what people do. If you were Giga Chad, you said, hey guys, how's it going? They would fucking answer the question. And everybody would be happy to see you, bro. I've lived this shit, okay? I wouldn't really go to a club right now. I don't see any reason to go to a bar. Most bars are fucking sausage fests with low IQ guys who I'm probably going to end up going to fucking jail over for beating their ass. It's not worth it, bro. So just stop blaming yourself. If you think you're neurodivergent, just wear nice clothes, work out. If you're going to talk to somebody, make a decision of what you're going to say and stand behind it. Probably the best advice I have is say less. The beta thing is when you feel like you need to talk a lot, and I know you guys have seen that I've done that before in the past, like, just say less. You don't owe anybody a bunch of words. And then it's like, oh, well, but then people will think I'm boring. It's a lot better to be boring than it is to be a fucking Spurg burger in paradise, dude. Going on some cringy rant, gesture maxing for people. So just make decisions of what you're going to say and don't question it. And when somebody treats you like shit because of what you said, don't think, oh, well, that guy's neurotypical and I'm neurodivergent and that's why he's treating me like shit. Like, no, that guy's a fucking asshole and he's being a piece of shit. And if you think you can fucking slap him, then do it. But don't. Don't. Yeah, I don't know, guys. What's frustrating me about the world right now is, like, the time for physical confrontation is in high school. And I was already holding it down in my early 20s, bro. Like, I was not being pushed around in my early 20s. I already was, like, taking care of business. But... yeah, being an adult, physical confrontation, it's really not a good idea. But I made that video. Life is war, and it's wartime, baby. It's wartime. So there's levels of aggression. That's the really technical part that's making the end of the video hard. Is like, no, you don't want to just hit people. You don't want to just start fights. It's not guaranteed you're going to win. But the fear is what the Loosh harvester demons, it's what they want. And if you've been afraid a lot of your life, you're food. It's been established. Oh, I know him. He's food. He's been food for 25 years. You're going to have to fucking make a big change. You are going to have to, like, do something. I mean, if you go to jail for a month for a fucking, I don't know how it works. What happens if you get in a fight at a bar and, like, do you go to jail for, like, a week or something? I mean, hey, you know what? Maybe you got to go to jail for a week, dude. Maybe you got to lose some friends. Maybe there's got to be a Vine. Maybe there's got to be a TikTok about you. Like, look what this guy did at the bar. He dumped his drink on somebody because they talked shit to him for saying hello. Dragon energy, bro. That's the dragon energy. At first, it's going to be like, fuck, dude, I almost went to jail. Shit, dude, I spent a week in jail. Holy shit, I just lost my best friend. Like, fuck, I hate the dragon energy. But you got to trust it. You got to trust it. And you'll realize it right out the gate. It's like, okay, but it's good that I lost that friend. Okay, but I stood up for myself. That felt really good. Wow, man, I actually, like, hit that guy. I almost went to jail. Wow, I talked some shit and people filmed a TikTok of it. Or, oh wow, the whole entire neighborhood watch group is talking shit about me for a year fucking straight, trying to frame me for crimes. That's the kind of shit that I've lived. Somebody today was like, the best thing you can put in your dating profile is that you had 2 stalkers. How about hundreds of stalkers? Bro, I've been stalked by hundreds of people. I've been targeted by the neighborhood watch group for a year and a half straight. I've had people try to fucking frame me for crimes. I've had corrupt judges turn their courtroom into a fucking mockery, just trying to do whatever the fuck they thought they were trying to do, trying to humble me or some shit. I've lived. The reality is I think the dragon energy was already active in my life, and I kind of just acknowledged it. But for me, it's like I'm looking for old symbols, and the wolf energy is going to come back too. I was crazy about wolves when I was young. The wolf, the dragon. There was a tiger in one of my dreams, and I had Grok do a Jungian analysis of my dreams and pointed out like the Jungian themes and that. But it's time to wrap this up, guys. But that's where I'm at. Dragon energy. The dragon energy represents radical change. If you are a chronic weed smoker and the days of your life go by and you haven't been on a date and you spend too much time behind the computer and you're not taking risks and you have your safe little routine, I would invite you to invite the dragon energy into your life. Do a short Qigong routine. Doesn't have to be very long, just some deep breaths while standing. And after maybe like 3 to 5 reps of that, hands over the head, I invite the dragon energy into my life. Stratus, the blue dragon. I invite you into my life. If you do it, tell me what happens. Seriously. Like, I wouldn't worry about it. You're not going to lose your soul. It's not a big deal. Okay? And if you don't want to invite the dragon energy in your life, then just fucking live like you don't need it, man. If you've been food for 20 years, for 25 years, you're going to have to fucking live a little bit, bro. It's in all kinds of movies. It's when somebody is like living a boring life. It's like in the Royal Tenenbaums when Ben Stiller, his wife died, and he's overprotective of the kids, and they're like in a million classes, and they work business, and then the devious grandpa for them, and Ben Stiller's dad is like, it's like, why don't you skip your classes, and don't you guys ever like cut it up or fuck off or play hooky? It's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean what am I talking about? And then there's the montage where they're like running in the pool and they're like running through traffic without looking both ways and they're doing a bunch of crazy shit, and it's like, you just gotta fucking live your life. Another one is the Nicolas Cage movie, The Weatherman. Like, he's a weatherman and his life is just stagnant, and then like a karate coach like tries to molest his kid, and you know, he's been getting pushed around, and he goes up and he kicks his karate coach's ass. And then the kid's like, well, what happened to Dad? It's like, I fucking wailed on him. I wailed on him. Like, when you take a risk and you get the adrenaline and scary things are happening in your life, but your life is fucking happening. My life was boring as fuck in Vegas, bro. I needed crazy shit to happen, and crazy shit happened in my life. And people are like, oh, it's dangerous. Oh, look at these clips. But things are happening. Wheels are spinning. Shit's going. Gears are going. Life's going, bro. Live. Get off the couch. Get off the weed. I got off the weed. Get off the cigarettes. Get off the booze. Fucking work out. What happens is that time passes and you keep the consistency up, and then all of a sudden you're a fucking beast, bro. And you make dudes on roids uncomfortable because they see that you got something that they don't fucking got. So just act. I don't want to hear about neurodivergent anymore. Oh, I'm neurodivergent. Put on a fucking polo, wear a smile, say whatever you want to say. Somebody tries to fuck with you. I mean, I feel like I can take your neurodivergency and just be like, you are afraid. That's really what it comes down to. You're afraid of what people are going to say. You're afraid of what people are going to think. You're afraid of what's going to happen. And you have let the world know for way too long that you are fear food. You're going to have to fucking jump. You're going to have to dive. You're going to have to start living wildly. Here, take this dragon energy if you don't want it. Ha! There's some dragon energy, bucko. Figure it the fuck out. You're not neurodivergent. Repeat after me. Repeat after me, okay? Psychology is fucking stupid. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't have any mental illness. It's impossible for me to have any mental illness. I am just a man, and I am going to act in the world, okay? Say that in the mirror every day, over and over and over again. I don't want to hear any fucking excuses. Psychology is a spell. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.